Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. You know, have you ever been in a situation that was going great and then it just went downhill? Well, there's a perfect English idiom for that exact feeling. Today, we're going to break down a change for the worse and see how it connects perfectly to Indonesian.
It's great to have you with us here on the Modicard channel. All right, let's jump right in.
So, I want you to think about this for a second. When a situation that was pretty good, or at least okay, suddenly starts to get bad, what do you say? What's the first phrase that pops into your head to describe that shift?
Well, in English, we've got a fantastic idiom for this very moment. So let's define exactly what it is and, more importantly, when you should use it.
Okay, so the term is a change for the worse. Now, the Indonesian explanation here is just brilliant. It says, suatu perubahan yang membuat keadaan menjadi lebih buruk daripada sebelumnya. This really gets to the heart of it, because it's not just about something being bad. It's about the change itself, that shift from a better state to a worse one.
So where does this pop up? Well, think about a drop in quality. Maybe your favorite coffee shop gets new owners, and the coffee takes a change for the worse. Or it could be about comfort, or even just a sudden streak of bad luck. The key word you want to remember is decline. One of the absolute best ways to really lock in a new phrase is to learn its total opposite. So let's flip the script for a minute and look at what we say when things are actually getting better. And here they are, right next to each other. On one side, you've got our phrase, a change for the worse, and on the other, its optimistic twin, a change for the better. And in Indonesian, that positive one is perubahan menuju hal yang lebih baik. Seeing them together like this just makes it click, right? It's all about the direction of that change. All right, we've got the definition down, we know the opposite. Now for the fun part. Let's actually see how this phrase works in a real sentence, in both English and Indonesian. So for our first scenario, let's take a huge life event, moving to a new city. This is something that's usually filled with hope, for something better. But as we're about to see, that's not always how it works out. Okay, first, listen to the sentence in Indonesian. Setelah pindah ke kota besar, kehidupannya justru menjadi sebuah perubahan yang lebih buruk.
And now look at this. You can see how the very end of that sentence, menjadi sebuah perubahan yang lebih buruk, translates so perfectly to our English idiom. The full English sentence is right there. After moving to the big city, his life actually became a change for the worse. It's a fantastic one-to-one translation of the whole idea.
Let's do one more example, just to see it in a totally different context. This time, we're talking about a relationship that's hitting a rough patch.
And again, let's start with the Indonesian. Hubungan mereka mengalami perubahan ke arah yang lebih buruk setelah sering bertengkar. Just saying it, you can almost feel that negative turn, can't you?
And once again, we see that direct link. The core concept, perubahan ke arah yang lebih buruk, becomes our English phrase. So the full sentence in English is, their relationship experienced a change for the worse after frequent arguments. It's just such a clear and concise way to explain that kind of decline. So now that we've defined the idiom, we've compared it to its opposite, and we've seen it in action, what's the big thing to remember here? What's your main takeaway? A change for the worse isn't just about saying something is bad. It's really about telling the story of that change. It captures that specific moment of decline. And by mastering this phrase and understanding its Indonesian parallel, you're not just learning vocabulary. You're learning how to tell a much more precise and impactful story in 2 different languages.
And that is a wrap on this one. Thank you so much for joining us here on Modikar channel. Now that you've got the phrase down, here's something to think about. What in your life has recently taken a change for the better? We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.